I'm more excited than anxious for tomorrow's fucking spooky week for Twitch ANZ. So yeah, that's gonna be wild. I can't believe I'm in my second fucking event for Twitch already. That's just mental. Was it? You don't need sugar. You're sweet enough. Theoretically, but I did have a coffee this morning. We ran out of sugar, and that coffee, my god, I don't have the correct permission filters on to swear as hard as I need about how bad that coffee was. Anyway, so fucking RimWorld. Last week we were supposed to be heading out on a quest to steal people for Linda, and that's not actually what the quest is about. So the quest is actually this encampment. It has like 18 people, and Linda will join if I successfully complete it. But what it doesn't say is that it doesn't specify how I can complete it. So my intention is to steal basically the majority of that tribe and bring them home with Linda. So that's what I'm intending to do. The only problem with Linda is that she's got like, the psychic tolerance. She's got chemical damage to her kidney, and she's got chemical fascination, which I'm not cool with. But whatever. We're doing this all for Linda. She's given me an opportunity to take lots of people. As it falls into grass, Pillock side wagging tail happily. Wolf runs to snuggle me. I will hydrate. Thank you, Papa. Welcome in, by the way. Also, thanks. Happy to be here. Wolf falls asleep, snuggling to me. Wolf tails. Well, you guys can snoozy up next to me if you want. Don't forget, you can always rest your head on my lap, Nightwolf. Like, your lady wolf's welcome to as well, obviously. Like, basically anything I've extended to you is on extended to her. So she's quite welcome to do that. Okay, so we had a massive mech base attack. Basically decided to, like, fuck over my base or my people. We lost Amy. I played through like probably 8 or 9 playthroughs at least. It was like an hour of playthroughs of loading and re-rolling in just to kind of like see if I could win without taking any like extreme casualties. And it showed up that Linda, the quest for her, oh shit, stuff's on fire. Let's ignore that. Amy was gonna die no matter what. So what is on fire there? Yeah, Panther's on fire. Fine. I said, do I like gardening? I don't mind gardening in games, so I fucking hate it in real life. I basically have a scrub, like a free roam fucking bushland in my backyard. I like, we occasionally go in there to like just decimate everything. If I touch plants, I kill them. So I don't try to grow stuff. I can't grow stuff. I wish I could. I wouldn't mind growing some like longevity foods or something like that. But, anything I touch, anything I try to take care of in the gardening fashion just dies. So I just leave it alone and it grows. So yeah, our battle was up here. It was terrible, honestly. Disease infection. I'm just mostly monitoring to make sure that my people don't die. Like, the thing is, like, stuff's being stored inappropriately. Like, I have a storage area in here. I've got work fabrication benches. They're not supposed to be in my hospital. But we are in the process. That chicken's full on fire. It's cooking itself. Like, the problem I've got is that, basically, I need them to be well enough to start pulling stuff apart. And I also need them to, I believe I've got a caravan set to go from here, but I've got a caravan set to leave from up top. Either that or a couple of them left. I know this is becoming a nightmare because I've only got like 5 people and these animals keep reproducing. So I think we're at like 165 animals now. Like, fucking hell. Was that hated in real life as well? Yeah. I don't know. I don't get any kind of like methodical enjoyment out of gardening, unfortunately. It's Williams. What you doing, Williams? Why are you collapsing? You're not part of anything. I think this base also has heatwave going at the moment. Yeah. The heatwave rolling in through here, so that's not the greatest thing. How am I? I'm alright. I'm relatively tired. But at the same time, I think the coffee that I had earlier is starting to work. I didn't get good sleep because, like, I got news right before stream last night that I was going to be participating in the fucking Twitch ANZ Spooky Week from this Wednesday until next week. And I need to get some stuff like prepared for that. But yeah, after that, I kind of like excited, anxiously slept, and now I'm just like excited because that's tomorrow. And I can also play the Coffin of Andy and Lele tomorrow. So I'm like super hyped for that. So I'm hoping I get some rest tonight. I'm too lazy for gardening. There's too much effort. This lazy, but yeah. The nightwolf rests his head on a prolix lap. Tail stops wagging, falls asleep while snuggling, sleeping off. No. I'll give you guys some pats. You're doing well. That's it. Doing well, always good to see you, friend. Yeah. It is. I saw like some of the emotes and stuff getting used in Discord earlier. I'm like, I was so tempted to just like keep the emote chain going. I'm like, no, before I need it, I'll need like a emote spam room or something like that because we'll never have a conversation in here ever again. Yay. That's why these things are installed. The fire foam poppers avoid your shit like just blowing up. But you put it near something expensive, it makes a mess, so like it's a bit dirtied in there. Alright. So, main focus of today is that Amy and I think Lazarus the Panther died last week. So we're back another -1 again. We've got a caravan up here that's supposed to be going out. And it's possibly not going to happen because there's just so fucking many people. So many animals. I need to remove some of them. And that's what I'm gonna do. There's no way for me to say like the specific like baby animals can't go. So I'm basically just gonna have to like hopefully grab a couple randomly and just remove them until I can take this down to like a good number, because 160 odd is too fucking many. And while I need them to go home, I need them to actually leave. So there's no point in them being all connected. I was hoping that they'd get out and have their babies on the way, because then we'd end up with all these extra horses and travel animals and stuff to bring back, you know. But that's not how it went, because we got attacked. That's it. There's white stuff everywhere, nothing sus. Yeah, well, just keep that stuff keep most of that stuff till tomorrow. I don't mind the like occasional sus joke, but yeah, I don't know. I was surprised that I had to say it earlier this week, but like, oh, did I just add that one? Remove it. Yeah, no, after I said during a couple of streams and a few posts and stuff like that about like the content from like Coffin of Andy and Lele not being appropriate for Discord, I shouldn't have to like say that again, but I know I do. It's not appropriate. Whatever's in my 18 plus mature content streams is not appropriate for Discord. Just a heads up, guys. The occasional sus joke's fine though. Where is Mole and why is he down? Heat stroke. Yeah, well that's not going to help us get out. And the problem is our hospital's out here and our refrigeration area. This is why I wanted to bring the stuff that doesn't require refrigeration. The packaged survival meals, the pemmican, all that I brought in here. The only problem is I have harvested some actual meat. So that may rot, unfortunately, because it spoils in like a day. I just don't think they can make that much food. I don't even think we've got anything I can make with that. Hold on. Make you. I haven't made one yet, but let's say I don't have much in the way of electricity, but I could probably pop one of these. This isn't where I want it, but if I could just have one thing working, that would be really great. I'll move shit later, and this has got electricity up here, so if it works... Where are you going? Why? Oh, they're bringing them inside. That's fine. It's fine. I'll keep removing them from here. They'll work. Yeah, so generally speaking, I need to get these people... Right, let's zoom out a little bit. So I've got 2 caravans. I fucked up last week and I didn't notice that this caravan was not moving when it left home. So it's a lot further behind than it should be. But if these 2 can get all the way up here, once they arrive, I basically need to take all the people that have guns, turn them around and send them over to here. And then we can go and attack that encampment. And I'm hoping I've got enough people to take on 18 people. Most of it I'm hoping to use like shock lancers and stuff. Oh fuck. Jesus. Don't fucking set him on fire, god damn it. Takeo, Falcon, Ray, can I get you to pick Mum? They will take him to the hospital eventually, but a panther or whatever hauling animal I've got prioritized will do it first, generally. So, yeah, I've got a fuck ton of animals. These are all my various animals. My chickens, my roosters, ducks, ducklings, sheep, my panthers. A lot of these are hurt. I just need to check on them too. It's nothing that looks like it's a spine or head. Or that one could be permanent. I'll have to check back on this one. I'll have to check back on Panther 78. Whenever they're going to line through them, they're down. They can't walk. So you have to have a look at them, because if they've got, say, a broken spine, they're never getting up. And you're better off just slaughtering them, unless you happen to have a spine laying around that you can operate on them. Got my rhinos, my thrombos. They actually did pretty well. The rhino's a fucking tank. I'm so glad that one of those bastards just wandered in one day and I just happened to get it to reproduce. It was the best thing ever. Ray's in a psychotic state. Let me save that. Coma time. Might be back to see how it goes. Might want to go full sleep since it's cooler for once. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, Grim. It's fucking hot during the day. Shelly was asking whether or not you were still around, and I said probably not. I assume that you're passed out. Because, yeah, it's hot as fuck for me where I am, and I can only imagine it's so much worse for you. So, yeah, I don't blame you. I'm actually looking into ways that I can add, like maybe, you know how you can get those reflective visors on cars? So I'm looking at maybe putting one of those in the window that's behind my bed head so that I can kind of reflect some of the midday sun, because it never used to be a problem when I had a wooden fence and trees behind my bedroom. But the problem is that my neighbor didn't like the wooden fence, so they tore it down and replaced it with a metal one, and it reflects the sun like fucking nothing. So I have like basically just like, you know, the magnifying glass like angling the sun back into my actual fucking bedroom up against like the back of my headboard. So it's boiling fucking hot. Even with the air conditioner, it's boiling hot. Like, it's actually sweating hot. So it really fucking sucks. And that's with the curtains shut. I've got dead black curtains and it's still fucking hot. So I'm looking at a sun visor. Might help. You know, one of those things you put, like the alfoil looking things. Can you paint it black on the fence? Not really. It's one of those, it's like a knockoff brand of Colorbond metal fences, you know? That would also involve me investing in paint and paintbrushes, which I don't already have on hand. So, yeah, it's not the most cost effective. If I can just get like a cheap ass like $4 like sun visor and that happens to do it, that's more of a fix for now, and I can deal with it later. Like, I still want the sunlight to come in. I still want the cats to see outside. I just want some of the fucking sun to like calm the fuck down. At least so I can sleep somewhere between like 12 and 4 p.m. That'd be great. Because otherwise I'll have to start actually going to bed a lot earlier after streams and then getting up earlier in the afternoon. I'm gonna throw mud at it instead. They'll soak up the sun rays. So I'm pretty sure that if you coat like painted metal surfaces, I'm pretty sure it's not so much about the rust, but I don't know. I know it damages it somehow. I don't really want to be liable for his fence. So the last thing I need to do is pay for something like fucking peers over and sees it's rusty. Oh, crap. Hey, Shelly, welcome in. Oh, we were just fucking talking about you. I was just telling Grim about you. I was also just trying to grab a fucking drink. Holy crap. Oh, man. Yeah, speak of the devil. Maybe we should do that more often. Fucking Shelly rocks up. We did that the other day, and Grim rocked up. Fucking welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. We talked about... I'm pretty sure we talked about coffee. And Grim literally turned up. And then we tried to talk about Blessed. And I know that his like hours and stuff changed around, so there's no way he was actually turning up. But that would have been hilarious. But yeah, what was happening. We were talking about you. I was telling Grim how you were asking if he was around and stuff, and yeah, you're fucking running around with that running around with the crystal race thing was hilarious to watch, honestly. So, Shelly was playing Final Fantasy 14, and usually, like, if I'm watching, like, I don't fully understand it because I don't play it. I don't understand. I wish I did, but I don't. But there was some stuff that he was talking about today that was like genuinely like interesting facets of the game that I've never heard anybody ever mention before, and I'm like, why don't I ever hear about like the cool little bits and pieces like this? It's just like additional fun stuff. Like it was so cool. Like changing the color of your chocobos and feeding them and racing them and stuff like that. Like I knew about the racing, but I didn't know that you could like change their color just by giving them different food. Like that's fucking cool as all the secrets about you. Yeah, Overwatch in Final Fantasy 14, Lamel. Yeah. No, it was hilarious to watch. Also, at one point, one thing that was really funny was I think in the last game that you had before I had to hop off, I'm not sure if it was the very last one, but I had you on speaker while I was like just about to start getting set up, and Nick was like down the hallway, and all of a sudden you got like way loud, like out of the blue, like he's so excited. And Nick was just like, I heard him like open a door, and like I could just imagine like the active like peeking down the hallway, like your emote that's peeking around a corner. That's what I imagine he was actively doing up in the hallway, because it was just like, the fuck is going on? I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He's just excited. Yeah, that. Where the fuck did this guy go? There, you. I want to trade with you because you wandered into my thing. But yeah, it was pretty fucking funny. I was just letting everybody know about the fucking spooky week that I'm doing for Twitch ANZ from tomorrow night until next week. So it's supposedly from tomorrow night until next Tuesday. But because I'm playing Visage also on Wednesday, I just extended it to the Wednesday as well. But yeah, I'll be playing the Coffin of Andy and Lele continued playthrough for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe a bit of trick and treat alternative playthrough on Friday. What else? I'll be playing Visage next week, trying desperately not to wet my pants the whole time. I've already got tissues and I've got like pretty scented things nearby that I can maybe like try to subdue the weeping throughout the whole thing. I'm sure I'm just gonna be like a fucking crumpled mess of like fear the whole time. What's happening? I was chasing someone. That's the time I get excited. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that was when it was. I can see Grim like RPing in Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I think maybe. Like, if Grim checks out what you were doing with like your friend's house, where they managed to like glitch a bed underneath a rug, so it looks like you can have like a nap on a rug. Like that was pretty cool. That's like some crafty ass shit right there, honestly. Like I don't know that it's not the same. Please understand, I know it's not the same, but it's like me when I fuck around in Sims and I just glitch stuff around with the move objects thing, and then like try to watch them like interact with that shit once you take that off. It's hilarious. I want to steal your money by about 100 and what, 2? Is it? Yeah, the Void House. You could do some crazy things in the game. Yeah, it looks like it. I was actually thinking when you're doing the tour of the houses, all I could think of was I could just imagine somebody being like, God, I hate my neighbor's house or something like that because, it doesn't match with their aesthetics or something like that. Like if they're trying to go for like, say, a specific like old world look or something like that, or particularly nice looking. I might grab you to grab that Trudeau. Trudeau's trying to steal that. Oh, I might get you to grab that Trudeau. I'd rather leave Comba here. So I'm trying to prepare. Last week I was trying to prepare. Okay. I'm trying to prepare for what I was supposed to be doing last week, in which case I was supposed to be taking my colony and these people that are on their way here, and I was supposed to be going and attacking this raid, for a quest that gives me, look at my quest please, Linda, right? I get Linda for it. But I also have a chance to steal these people. So that's what I'm gonna do. But last week we got attacked and all my people are like wrecked right now. So that kind of delayed us because I spent like an hour playing through that and replaying through it. That people go hardcore in the housing. I could imagine so. Like, it reminds me of the anime like Log Horizon, where like they end up getting like a is it like a guild house type thing? They end up like making it like a legit home or something like that, but it's supposed to be like you can't afford houses in that anime, and they just happen to have one. They just end up living there, I think, once they're actually stuck in the game. I know Nick watches the shit out of that one. I look over his shoulder when he's not looking and pretend that I'm not watching it. I actually don't mind it, but we're not going to mention that ever. Log Horizon is a good anime. It is. It is. But he doesn't need to know that. Yeah, no, there's a couple of animes where, like, if he knows that I like watching it, he'll just put it on whenever, and I'm like, I'd rather just sit down and watch the whole playthrough from start to finish. Like, I want to watch, Grim would know the name of it. There's the, what is it? I put all of my stats into defense, with Maple, the little anime girl who's got like the big ass like devouring shield and stuff, and then her pet tortoise Syrup, which is just the fucking cutest name. Farrell, what is your problem? You got moderate blood loss. It's fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, so fucking excuse the mess. We're dealing. Okay, we're in the process of deconstructing everything, so it's gonna keep getting worse. I am in the process of harvesting a fuck ton of stuff. What is that? Axe. Also, I am aware that I do not have to hit harvest on all these. So if you don't know, or if you're perhaps new to RimWorld, so when you assign your people, this might be good to let you guys know, there's a few different things you can do. So when you get a person, you can say, hey, do I want them to ignore a battle attack, flee? Are they allowed to wear anything? Are they allowed to eat anything? Are they allowed drugs? Do they like drugs? Yes, no, stuff like that. What's wrong with Val? She's fine. But you can also do, not that one, schedule. You can schedule them and stuff. My schedule's, I think, 8 hours each because my base is so spread out. So there's no point in me saying, hey, can you work for 3 hours, take a break for 2, and then go back to work? Because by the time they walk back from, say, let's say they're over in this paddock, and then they walk over and grab a meal over here, which takes them an hour. They barely have time to eat and then walk back. I lose 2 hours of like production time. They might as well just stay out in the field for the extra like 3 hours or so. Stuff like that. So allocating them to work and stuff can help. But the biggest one is this screen, which, as far as I understand, a lot of people ignore this or perhaps do not know about it. And basically, everybody's assigned, like, 1 is the highest priority and 4 or none or red or whatever is the lowest. Like, that one they will not do. So any that's like blacked out like this is they won't do it. You can tell them to do it, but they won't do it. Like, they've got no skills for it. I think it's something that they're incapable of, usually. It's supposed to be. What are you doing, Phoenix? What are you doing? He's all disgruntled for no other reason than a door was shut earlier. But yeah. So I've got it that my people can grow plants and they can harvest plants, right? Or cut plants. So if I have them set to grow, like if they like growing plants, like we were talking about plants earlier, right? So they can plant seeds, harvest crops, forage for wild plants, etc. as a priority. You can set that to higher than cutting. So if you've got, say, let's say you've got, I don't know, this berry bush and you set it to cut, they won't do that as a higher priority to the other one. I will do a few in a second, Rose. But if you make that higher priority than harvesting, they'll go and do this first. So it depends what you want to do. Like if your crops are blighted and you don't have many people, you can quickly change all of your growing section to a lower priority than your harvesting or, sorry, plant cutting. And they'll go out and actually remove it. But I like to just sit here and go harvest. Because why the fuck not? they'll come out here and they'll do it anyway. They'll do it as a priority over planting. So instead of having this as like partially planted, partially harvested, and almost ready to pick, they'll continue to harvest the whole thing before they replant it. As you can see, they haven't replanted even though they're allowed to. So that means that when they replant this thing, it's replanted as the whole crop, nothing rots. All of my rice or whatever I'm growing goes into storage. I don't waste as much. So just something worth knowing. What is going on in here? Fucking hell. She has gone berserk and everybody wants to kill her. Can you guys not fire at will, please? Let's quickly save that before shit goes fucking wrong. Also, in here is a ancient danger, so I can't actually open this yet. I need to go out and do the quest, and then come back and open this after I've got all my prisoners sorted out, which I'm going to need more prisoner beds now that I look at it. This is something I will need finished by the time we come back from that quest, because this is not going to be enough prison beds. It looks like it is, like 9 spots. You'd think that'd be enough, but I'm looking to take 11 people, if not 12, if I can. So depends. If they've got a lot of chemical fascination, I'm not gonna. I also don't want to waste any of my psychic shock lances right now, because I need those to take people at the quest. So I can use these. Each one has 2 shots, and I can use 2 separate shots to steal 2 separate people. Of course, I run the risk of setting them on fire in the brain, but it's a risk I'm fucking willing to take. It really is. Like, sometimes they'll just catch fire. Like, they'll have, like, brainers on fire or something like that. It's a medical emergency and whatnot. And how bad is she? 11 hours. She's got time. Yeah. So sometimes it will, like, affect them to the point where they become, like, a savant, where they can't talk at all, but they're able to, you know, what do you call it? They're able to have, like, a massively increased skill. I'm going to say make pemmican like the fucking wind. I don't care. As long as it's not human meat, just use everything, please. Anything and everything. I just need somebody to come in here and work. Do I have a spare chair? No. So basically, I had the last group that came in brought in like a heap of stuff for me. And that was great. They brought in like a heap of fresh food. The only problem is we're going through a heat wave and I can't keep this cool, which means I'm just going to lose all the food that we've got. Why are there animals in here? Oh yeah, that's right. I said that the animals could be in there. That's fine. Just checking. I made this like a area that I can warm in winter for them. At least until I get stuff like better established. Also, how is this going? These are probably still breeding like flies. They're still at 140 odd. I don't want to remove that many. Kind of just want to, if I can just scroll in here, just move like a whole heap of animals. I don't really care which ones. Doesn't really matter. If I can find the smallest ones, that would be ideal. But I mean, my ability to click on them is going to be difficult. I'm sure of it. If I could get rid of the baby ones, what will happen is they'll come back here and they don't require as much, well, they walk slow, basically. They don't require as much time to go on the caravan. It's basically what it is. They will slowly get there in their own time. I love how there's like 8 animals sleeping on top of Mole in the hospital. And that's where you want to be. So the more baby ones I can remove from this, because they all just very recently popped out. And I kind of just want the adults. I'm pretty sure I could click on somebody here, caravan. It's 126. I do need them all to get back. I really do. But I should have a couple of people coming through that can take a second wave home, I reckon. Keep an eye out for the little ones. The heat wave's still going on, by the way. It's not going to be great. Not much I could do about that. You are... Yeah, remove you. Armadillo, please tell me you're not on one of the caravans. The only problem I've got is going to be trying to get my people out of here during a heat wave. And I don't think I have any of those psychic soothe pulses. I've got a tool cabinet. Does that work for... Hold on. That doesn't work for this, does it? No. It would show lines if it did. Like here. You can see there's a white line that shows up. Fine. I just wanted to check that. I still got bedrolls. I still have like this shit barracks thing. I still haven't made actual bedrooms. I want them to finish this so I can have a secondary prison encampment. Because that would be great. Just pop that there. These are coolers. So my hope is that I can have... I'm looking to have some bedrooms. What did I say I was going to do with that? I actually wrote this down. Hold on. That's right. I'm going to make them up in here. Okay. Fine. I've got no problem with that. I still want the grow rooms, but we may have to wait for one winter. Hope for the fucking best with all of our pemmican and like long foods. Frankie's in a daze. Also, I've got a fuck ton of limestone. I could do a double insulated thing out here. That could work. The thing that I'm looking at doing is basically somewhere between here, right? Not quite that. Basically going to be like one back from there. Hold on. Kind of want something that's having a medical emergency. It's fine. It looks like that's out by 2. If I take you down by that. Okay, that looks like 2. That looks like 2. So this would be bringing it in. We'll only go out to 58 anyway. So this is to the absolute edge of the map. So that's what that shape looks like at the moment. And it's very tall. But the thing that I need to do is, while I don't mind having like a small gap like that, that's perfectly fine. I don't care for that. I need to have at least 3 back, right? Because I'm going to have turrets in here. I'm going to have that right along the back. So if I have it taken in by 4, it shouldn't be able to explode the wall. If my wall is here and I have a turret here, it should theoretically be out of the radius. So I'll just take it back by 1 more. There. That should be enough. There, 1, 2, 3. Should it be on the blast radius? Any other thing I want to do is... I was going to put solar around this, but I'll put that elsewhere. Trader. Oh, that's a flyover one. Hold up. Give me Corpsey. No. Not Corpsey, please. Thank you. Can you just call them? We'll get some stuff sold. I can get some shit out of my inventory. The problem I've got is I don't have a lot of space. Specifically, I'm running out of space. So I'm pretty sure I've got those things that allow me... Yeah, these let me trade. The only problem is I think I'm missing a couple in here. So my people destroyed them. There's 1, 2... If there's 1 behind here anywhere, maybe there, then we might be lucky enough. Hold up. Yep. Cool. Can't sell that masterwork because it's outside of the zone, but anything else in here is fair game. And I want to sell, if I have any beds that are lower than excellent quality, they are going. I may end up selling some of the good quality beds, just like get the fuck out of here. I don't mind making that at the new location. Alright, so you are... Got it good. You're not probably going to take my beds, but that's okay. I have a swig of my drink while I look through their inventory. My components always... whatever I buy here, I have to take up to the next base. So just gotta be mindful of that. Fuck yeah. Glitter World medicine. Expensive as shit, but worth every fucking penny of it. I don't want plasteel. Never want these. If you don't know what a psychic animal pulsar is, so they're good and they're bad. If you have a lot of animals on your map, and they're not necessarily like animals that you particularly care about, the best thing you can kind of do is take all your people inside and set off one of these, and basically every animal on your map just goes psychotic, and it just goes and will just kill basically all of the enemy people that are potentially raiding. So you can use wildlife warfare against other colonies if you want to. I try not to use it because I have a lot of pets under my control. Well, it does say that, like, what is it? Animals currently under your control will not be affected. Like, the problem I've got with that is that my animals will still follow my people wherever. And because I have so many animals, I don't get a lot of wild animals. unfortunately. I think if I didn't keep as many as I do, I'd get more just like randomly roaming. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the ones that are like mine aren't going to actually help me fight. So it's kind of useless for me. Do have cooking, do have plants. I should use them. I sold the lung that we had that I bought. I'm surprised we don't have a spine. I've got tusks. I will sell that, and I will sell this rumbo horn because that's good money, and not many places will actually buy that. And I just want it gone out of my inventory. The normal, I've got excellent sculptures. I do want to take them with me. I don't want to take the grand ones and like large ones. They're too much weight. So anything that's small that can come with me that can easily fancy up a place. I'll get a